for Mind Freak.
Okay, so Mind Freak.
Okay, with this,
Mind Freak now
PRX kind of testing
on
things out, right? Going
Viper.
for another reasonable composition here and see
So
how else it can work out.
This one kind of works
over
out.
on the side of Full
Something
Sense, we're gonna have
still
not
on
only
Gecko
the
for this
controllers,
one. Jing on
but
Race.
also the Cypher really leaving
And
any form of attack up to Fox
yeah,
and John
Sushi
Olsen
should
on
be
that
able to
sky
farm a
race
little
comp.
bit on the Cypher here. I'm
That's a split
expecting
comp
good
Full
impact from the
Sense,
Cypher
opting to kind of play
against this
map like,
comp.
I think the map that it's most
I guess the
similar
nade
to,
now is pretty
in some
good for the
ways, it's
KO
split
nade
in
is pretty
terms
good
of just,
against
like,
trips
the
though.
angles and the way the map flows. So yeah, it makes a lot of sense.
What do you
for
reckon?
me.
Do you reckon
Full
maybe we
Sense.
see a
I
increase
liked
in
the Gecko
KO
for
as well
PRX.
next
I
year?
thought
It could
worked
be
really
interesting.
well.
I guess maybe we should
KO
wait for
catches
that big
people a
patch
little
if it
off
ever
guard on this map.
happens.
I think not many
The big
people are
patch that
running
I'm
it, so
expecting.
Forsaken was finding a ton of value with his utility.
This is the old Gecko, right?
ton of
This is
assists, and
just before the buff.
I have a lot of faith here,
So
even
patch
with
just
this
before.
change in like comp and roster for PRX. They can
So
still get
still
it
the
done.
old Flash, but still
And,
relatively
I'm
decent.
curious to
Especially
see
on this
exactly
map, it's
how
really
this
good.
is going to evolve compared to before. And not gonna lie, it's only my second time getting to cast Sunset, so I'm pretty excited about that.
It's always exciting whenever we have a new map come around. And great to see so many teams more willing to pick up this one here during the off season. Of course, saw it quite a bit at the Game Changers Championship as well. Well, without further ado, it is going to be map 2 as PRX leads 1-0 against Full Sense and chooses to take us to Sunset.
PRX subbing, yeah, each map they sub a different player out at the moment, it looks like. That's been the trend so far. Client, thank you so much, or Clean? Client, I'm pretty sure. Client197 with the 2 months. Thank you for using your Prime on me, bro.
Like, at least
Appreciate you, dude.
You know, the one time I got to see it in terms of casting it, but I've watched
VLR
it
says
obviously
Superdome
more than
Egypt is
just
the
that,
6th
so
to the 9th.
I'm really curious to see
That's, yeah, that's...
how much PRX is going to be able to utilize this.
Yeah, it should be today, right?
Space that we saw them be so effective against Sentinels.
It's only 4 teams though that
their
tournament, I'm
attacker side
pretty
in
sure.
particular is where they were doing the majority of their damage here for PRX against the Sentinels.
Next match
so
Alex is playing. Next match in theory something is out, and Alex, not Alex is playing, but in theory that's what's happening. We'll see. That would keep the trend going. Maybe this is a tech pause as well.
You know, are we going to go to the 4th map?
No, I mean we'll have to we'll have to wait and see. As I am noting that the timer has paused.
No.
As we heard your monologue.
No.
Sunset
That can't be. This is the wrong multiverse. Get out of here.
Because I thought it was, I was looking at the minimap, I'm like, that's a very interesting starting position for the Geckos, sitting behind that little mailbox.
Someone call Dr. Strange and fix this. This multiverse sucks.
Yeah, send us out of here. Get me out of here. Well, hopefully it will get resolved
Another
here
tech
soon.
push,
Does
surely
look
not.
like all the PRX members just double checking everything. Full Sense seems like they are content with how things have been set up. So wherever it may be, hopefully it is resolved ASAP.
I jinxed with
Ladies and
tech
gentlemen,
pause. Dude,
the
I didn't do
previous break,
anything
you know,
for
we
this
have
one.
that- we have
I
this
didn't even
up
say
to
anything
minute, so
about
hopefully
this.
this one is just a quick little resolve, a quick little check.
Oh, I'll tell you what I can
We're
do
gonna
though.
try to
I
keep you guys
can get ready to
entertained
put
in
the
meantime, which is oddly enough not my
the
strong
timer
suit,
on my
though it is
stream. Oh, the
my
timer on my
actual
stream's
job
been
to
up
keep
the
you
whole time.
entertained.
I
Okay,
can
well.
be really entertaining if I get really tired and really weird. So we're not there yet.
Okay.
All right, there we
We're
go.
looking at that for map 3 of our 3rd match later tonight.
There you go.
Okay, all right.
Yep.
Well, we've got that in store. Well. Full Sense versus PRX.
Jing and the
Clock
Frenzy
ticking
recording.
down.
Oh
PRX
yeah,
on the
don't worry.
attack, as you
Thank you so
mentioned,
much for the
Peter.
reminder,
Three
just in
ghosts and a
case.
Frenzy. So Jing
We are
ready to dive
recording.
right in. Monyet ready to send that paranoia. Not sure if it's going to be
Okay,
a
on the
blind one or
attack,
if it's off contact,
3-person
but
over
things are
towards
there,
B.
So they are ready to pounce on to
So
B.
B main pressure,
So
and
she's
then we
looking
go
to
back
punish
towards A.
this
Is
B
what
head.
it's looking like.
Is actually the smoke gonna come out?
They messed up their
PRX
push here.
Something out in the open.
Yep,
In that opening
definitely
zone,
messed up
John
this
Olsen.
one in terms of the satchel.
DTC getting caught as well. Something.
Oh,
well, another
boy.
one and a clean shot from Mind
Yeah, that one
Should
fell
know John
apart.
Olsen
The
also
round
not
ended
able
up
to get
looking
the
like the
speed
missed
one off the
satchel.
blast back early. Now Leviathan
Not
does
great.
get to sneak around, but he's gonna miss everybody. As PRX has all gone through the spawn, he will get that information, but it's just a pistol round. Only 2 members left, and I'm not sure what advantage Full Sense can gain off of it.
I said I was surprised there's been no tech pulls because there's so many subs. Oh, okay, yeah, we went that far back, honestly. You are very accurate, I'll give you that.
From behind by Sushi Boys, so
Flash over towards the site as well, cleared site, so they know that site's clear. And this orb is actually in a place where we can pick this one back up, so something's going to have Dizzy in like 7 seconds.
Yeah, we've got both smokes available now. They will get spotted by the Boombot, and Jing doesn't want to miss a beat. He doesn't want to give them time to regain control.
Lovely
nice
flash.
Coming in from Dizzy,
Forsaken
and Jing with a nice
is...
double.
Dude, he actually makes the KO look great on this map. I love their little flash over towards side with the double satchel as well. So really, really nice.
Then the flash over the top for the second, so really nicely handled there by PRX. Good coordination, something we definitely are very keen on seeing. And yeah, you can see players pushing out of tiles, and it's all just kind of going the way of PRX for the most part. They're pretty clean with it. Great
Did I watch the
timing
new
on
Na'Vi? No, I actually hate Doom Bros, so I made sure that I skipped that tournament. So only tournament this year I haven't watched, just because of my hatred for him.
Victory over Sentinels as well, and a greedy ult over here from PVC. He will get it.
Oh my goodness, that's a lot of you. That is a lot of util. That is what we call a punish, right there.
No more toxic screen available here on the B side. And PRX, they say, all right, we gained that.
That was so much util.
We have the better weaponry.
Doom Bros is that doesn't actually work when Doom Bros is in here. It just looks like I'm actually flaming him. Is he actually not in chat anymore? Oh well. I'm sure he'll find it somehow.
They could definitely do some damage here to PRX. Let's see if the utility.
This is the OP cam. This cam is so strong. You got to be on top of this little box, and the camera's over towards here, and you just see this angle like this. Yeah, really strong.
Already arrived. Everybody here, but Mind Freak says doesn't matter.
Can't see where I draw. Yeah, I forgot that. But the YouTube guys are gonna love that one. So don't you worry. Let me try and describe it with words then. So you know the little wooden pallet over towards the middle. If you jump on top of that and then aim over towards the roof there, that's how you get it. You have to be a jump cam.
This is not the time to be doing it against PRX, because as we saw against Sentinels, they feel
gonna try and custom. I do it in my I have a Sentinels video on my YouTube. I'm pretty sure I do that cam in there. If not, Coach Potatoes, we do it as one of our setups.
Is something that really impressed us on day one as well.
There's a lot of like open air on the map, right? Like there's a lot of like over angles for like flashes with the KO, so you can get over flashes and the Dizzy and stuff like that. So it's really good.
I mean, you know, the map's based in LA. Gekko's from LA.
Okay, big buy rounds. We decide to go middle, and this one again is a sick map because so many positions that lead into 2. So you can kind of do what you want on this one. That's a huge nade though. Oh my god. Oh my god. That might have been one of the chunkiest nades.
Dizzy's actually going to force him back. So he will regroup with his teammates.
Mind Freak, the only person. Dude, look at their HPs. John is gonna look over to the right and just see that literally everyone is low.
Ready to go for the flank on a moment's notice.
Oh, man, so much damage done on that nade from John Olsen though. And Fox gonna be able to clean up a couple.
Yeah, but Monyet has opened things up. He's going to check for the flank, and that allows PRX 40 seconds still on the clock.
Double molly, that was kind of nice.
Now, does he hear the rotation through spawn? He hears one, but he's not aware of where Sushi Boys is coming from. Gets the headshot, but this duel has gone on for too long. Sushi Boys gets the kill, and now PRX.
Ooh, they might not expect Jing here.
Where to go? The ping comes out for Jing to rotate back to A. But mid is going to get caught on the minimap. We see Jing get the kill, but the spike gets dropped by Fox, and only 15 seconds on the clock.
I mean, he can get a plant here. He can get a plant, and he has satchel and ult. Yeah, this is crazy doable.
Okay, is he going to choose to just push out from one side with the showstopper? No, he wants to empty out. He wants to wait for an advantageous fight. Can he get the wraparound? Fox here a little bit earlier than he bargained for.
Fox got a really nice off angle on that. Still, though, you got to say this was a great bonus round. There's so much damage on this. 3 people from Full Sense won't be able to buy if they lose the next round.
Scrappy round for Full Sense. Able to get it in the end, but it looked pretty dire there for a moment. John Olsen again getting a ton of damage on that fragment, but getting a little potentially over aggressive. Almost gets punished on the Dizzy.
I need this.
Fortunately, he's able to get out. Let's take a look here. Look at this. Right out in the open. A full stack of PRX players start doing some damage. But Fox It's a good angle.
They actually had, I kind of liked the Cypher setup there for the retake. Was this a pre? Yeah, it was a preset cage. It's pretty nice. Okay, big buy round. We'll go fast on this one. A lot of people can't buy next. We go one, damn, one from PRX, and then we got 3 from Full Sense. Dubra goes in, gets a plant, not against the wall because he's crap, but does get the plant off.
Fox 1 point away. Oh, but here comes Thrash as well. He's just using it to buy time.
Oh, hey.
And something just holding true here. And it's going to
okay,
be
nicely done. And honestly, this is a pretty strong pause to actually use. As much as I don't like Lil Bro planting too much, I do think this is one of the better maps to do it, where you kind of send him in over towards here, and he can only get spammed from like one angle in terms of market. Like this is one of the better positions to use Wingman in, because you can't really stop him from back of sight. You just end up being too committed. So as much as I am flaming Wingman, it's a good pause to use him in.
Looking good there. That is impressive stuff. I like the way they're using that Wingman for these deep post plants for PRX. You know, you don't see that all the time.
Okay, big buy round, and like we said, 3 people from Full Sense can't buy. We have a retake over towards A with some kill trips, and honestly, these kill trips might be good. Let's see, especially the smokes are up.
They've done this a couple times. Use it against them when they have the weaker weaponry. Just make sure you're grouped up. Don't give away those rifle upgrades. We talked about the Wingman. When you have these mechanically gifted players, what more could you ask for than everyone still holding onto their rifles, ready to shoot back? Now,
yeah, it is nice. I do again, as much as he doesn't plant great, it is nice just having a Wingman go in so that you can get information.
Fox, he's waiting for so long, and the rest of his team is just getting slaughtered as they try to come through these smokes. PDC and Leviathan looking at a couple kills themselves, and
oh man, just as Mind Think was like, hold up, it might be coming behind here. Perfect timing on it. Was this a low buy again? They got 2 kills on it. PRX's money though is getting a little bit out of hand.
Really bounced back from a rough start on Haven since a few missed opportunities. He's been able to capitalize. Has the Viper's Pit as well available for this next round. And yeah, I mean, you're right, dude. They're just
who's the better planter, Lil Bro or Shrouds? Damn, dude. Such a strong question.
Really, really useful for them to make sure that they can get those plants down a little bit safer.
That Icebox game really, that wasn't his, or was that his fault? I mean, honestly, it could be his fault.
Think about A again. Nobody in range of that knife.
Yeah, there's Null Command though, right? So the knife to clear short, and then Null Command to clear further into the site. Monyet even getting the
see on top, maybe?
Smoke, and the Seekers are used early just to get information, but they're not going to find much
yeah,
value.
this whole giving up over towards A, retake of A is not working well. PRX are just... Keep an eye on the Sky. If Sky can somehow get a lot of kills here, then fair play.
Is he up and over? Is he going to spot anybody?
Jones through the smoke. Sushi Boy's just hiding for as long as
possible.
Pot getting some damage done, but Jing's not done himself yet. Going to find that Cypher, dropping through the poison cloud. Chaos ensues as Monyet.
Lovely fake TP from them as well. Okay, what's probably going to happen here is Full Sense are going to do a timeout. And it's just going to be a simple one. It's usually just going to be, right, if Cypher goes over towards B, we need to stop playing retake on A. Like, it's the most simple timeout you've ever seen. You would hope that you wouldn't have to call a timeout for this sometimes, but sometimes you do. So I imagine we're going to see Cypher go over towards B on this one. Although it is a low buy, so we might see that correction happen next round. But they have to fight over towards A. They have to. They can't give them this map control for free.
Super scared. See, they're really, really well versed on this map. They've got a lot of good feeling for the flow of it in particular.
Yeah, it's been clear that this is one of the maps that they wanted to focus on since the roster addition, I should say, in Monyet coming in. Testing out still a couple different combinations, it looks like. Last time it was a Cypher, this time it's the Viper. You know, I guess the broad theory still remains the same, but
good coach for a tier 2 team? Nah. I wanna, like, the only reason I'd go back to coaching is to win like Masters or a Champs. That's like the only thing that I would want to do.
Yeah, it's tough no matter what. You know, the way that we've already
that's
seen they're kind of willing
like a
to
whole
show
year
you
for a
lot of
tier
different
2
looks,
team,
this
and then your
Paper
tier
Rex,
2
and a
team
lot of
probably gets
different
poached,
ideas
and then
they're
you're not
going
even
for. Sometimes they'll just brute
for
force their
sure
way
gonna
through you,
qualify anyway as well.
and take full control of a site and line up with their guns and set up for crossfires. Other times they'll let Wingman do the plant
Okay,
and
so
set up for
timeout
two
goes
close
in.
points.
Most obvious thing, like we saw,
Utility
is
play
Cypher
around
over
that
towards B
situation,
now, and a little
alrighty,
bit of a
you know,
change up this. So
quite a
I
bit
meant
of
the
layers
bigger
to
change up is
what
probably the
Paper
Cypher
Rex
over towards
does.
B the whole time, and on this eco
I'm really
rounds, we're
liking
just gonna
something
push over
Gecko.
towards middle, or at least have a punish over towards middle. What is it?
Day one,
Okay,
still impressed with here on
just a
day
walk
two.
into middle.
He's providing a lot of value with the utility. Yeah, we know
Go
something's nuts with
to
guns,
collegiate with MC.
but also pretty darn good with
Yeah,
his
I kind of like what he's doing.
Now,
Though it's pretty cool.
PTC this time trying to find a cheeky kill of his own. Won't find the kill itself, but puts the pressure down on the Paper X, so they continue to slow things down. This time they were happy to do so. Very wary of this potential half buy, and now that they've heard the Guardian, they're well aware. And Mindfree continuing to get these kills on the lurk, one step ahead of Fox.
Another
Of course, the
retake of
weapon advantage
another
coming
retake
in
of A.
handy. Vandal versus
The thing
Sheriff.
is, when
Now,
people do this
Showstopper
retake over towards
in the
A,
hands of
normally
John
they use the
Olsen.
wall over towards
Does
it to
he
help
send it?
retake on
Find
A.
an
Right,
opportunity.
most
PTC
common
can't
wall
get the kill.
for the
Now
YouTube
John
viewers
Olsen,
would be
if he wants
this.
to go in, he has to go in blind. It's not too much information to work with. Mindfree can't get the swing around, but already enough damage has been done. Jink follows through, makes sure that that rifle can't be picked up.
Okay, next round's a big buy round. Otherwise, this is just going to be
not that
a done
high
deal.
five. Oh, that's bad timing. Sushi Boys was waiting for that one. Here's the pickup. Can't get a second one.
Mind
though,
Freak?
and that's gonna be
Oh man,
yet
it's just
another point
Killjoy.
for Paper
The
Rex,
Killjoy is too much for him.
6-1.
Yeah, this is good patience off the rip here from Paper Rex. They kind of read that there's going to be a push out from that angle on A, and they're ready for it. They're just hanging back. It's no problem.
Yeah, somewhat aware of a potential tiles push as well, and you know, it all comes crumbling down when Fox just can't get the kill from behind. Mind Freak still holding that angle. And this is why, as chaotic as Paper X can seem at
So
times,
big buy round.
it's
They
very
just went
clear
over
that they're
towards
aware of
middle.
the
We still see the
community. They're
Cypher
talking.
over towards
And
B.
now it's
Kind of
been
like this. They
working.
put the. That's
doing it.
nice as well.
Don't
This makes a
fix
lot
it
of
if it ain't
sense that they've
broke.
been losing A
Pressure
control all
that
the
A
time, so
site
they
once again.
instant
However,
Omen flash
they
to
will
push
tag
them
more
back.
people, so they
But
send one in. All
what
the
most
way
teams
to
are
the
doing
spawn.
is they normally
Thrash
put
pushing
a
elbow. Monet
raise
gets
nade
the
into it.
kill. In spawn,
And we
Jink
don't
clears
put
with the
any.
showstopper, and in an
Yeah,
instant,
they gotta.
it's
They
only
have
PTC
chat.
left as
Full
he
Sense
goes
have
down
to invest
for
some raise
flawless on
util
the
into
side of
this.
Paper X. That's
It was a
brutal.
real fast
I
round.
mean,
Jing
what do
did
you
great
do?
again,
That's a
but if
kind
Full
of a
Sense
set
aren't
play here for
investing
Paper
any
Rex, and
raise
off the
util
back
in
of
to stop
Monyet
over
causing
towards A,
chaos,
there's
you know,
no hope.
Trying to figure out where the heck he went for Full Sense. It's like, oh, we've got a showstopper as well, and we're just running it down. Good luck. Have fun.
Yeah,
Thanks. We'll see you later. See you next round.
didn't look too
just
convincing on this one.
absolutely calculated. Of course, the From the Shadows covering the
got
minimap
some.
helps quite a bit as well. In Full Sense, they had the buys, and Paper X came prepared for it. Now they'll still pick up a couple rifles here. They'll scrape together whatever they can. Jin on top of the box here. As you see, that screen's going down. He is stuck with the judge. Balls for backup from Sushi Boys.
And I like the way that, you know, Forsaken uses these knives to check some of these close, tight angles that can be pretty tricky for the attacker side to deal with on this map. So it does give them sort of like a scent, a lot of ability to check some of the more tricky options that you have as an attacker.
Okay, not too bad. This is the first time with Full Sense I actually have someone
on this
watching
map.
over towards A.
Really enjoying the way that Paper Rex utilizes their utility on this map. It
Aggro
is
over
really
towards
impressive.
B. The
And
judge
they'll
baiting
have
might
the
work
full
well
house
here,
coming
especially with the
back
wall.
here soon enough. The
Where they
Dizzy's
just
still
didn't-
online after
Oh.
that early pickup. The toxic screen comes back.
Oh,
no,
boss.
the pit timing. This could be disastrous. They just go for the spray. PTC had no idea how close they were.
Yeah, this one's done, chat.
And that's the ults down the drain. As we're down to 3 members of Full Sense once again. Paranoia in hand. The boom bot pushes him out further. Monyet knows he can still hold on to that ability.
Just not even
Absolute
fair, man.
disaster.
Paper
Yeah,
Rex just
it
has
couldn't
read
actually couldn't
so
have been
well. Okay,
any
well,
worse.
Knocks with the Guardian. It's one.
Mind Freak doesn't want to greet it too much. He knows it's his job.
You would
to keep
struggle
Mark
to,
safe, but he can't make that happen.
You would
The
struggle
showstopper
to
is
describe
online, although
a
Full
worse
Sense,
timing
they're
than this,
running out
really.
of time just a bit. Jink sneaks through the smoke and gets Leviathan on the wraparound. John Olsen.
Good news for Full Sense is they lost so much that they They have a high loss bonus.
It's so difficult when one of the best ults you have in the bag is just.
Wait, do we have a 7-1 and no one spammed death? Oh no. Okay. I just scrolled up. Literally all of you spammed him. Okay, that's my bad.
Yeah, I mean, they never cleared it, right? The toxic screen goes back up, and they're very well aware.
Yeah, I saw it. I scrolled up.
It's some good scrappy play here from Full Sense to get it close, but the Jig sneaks behind.
Could do it again. No, it's so fine. Let him be.
I mean, it's just so. It has to be so frustrating to play against PRX because.
I will say the one thing that looks hard against if you are Full Sense is I do like this Viper wall where it kind of blocks this. Again, I'm typing. Wait, this wall can be a little bit better, but I like the wall that makes it hard in terms of double vision block over towards A. It means that if you get past this fast original corner, then you can kind of do it. But I do think Full Sense is, it's a bit like Haven with the Viper wall, right? That you see this one spot that the Raze is in now, that's like the only spot that actually you can hold this from. That is huge. It's so much damage onto Forsaken with this, so it's just one body shot to clean him up as well. Yeah, this is so much better from them. This is what they had to be doing the whole time. And even this is a little bit bold. Sushi's just had enough.
Sushi Boy's lurking all the way into spawn already. So PRX gonna have to fight to get out of this really tricky position.
Yeah, their Paranoia is ready as well. The Sky on the other side. Paranoia pushes them back out, but you still have the Cam here watching Market. Dizzy does barely spot him, but he doesn't get tagged, and PGC will get the kill. Full Sets pinch on the attack.
All right.
And they make it 2-8.
They basically got control of every angle on the map at that point. I mean, mid was the only option that PRX had. Full Sense knew it, and they took full advantage of it, keeping them completely pinned and trapped. And PTC sneaking into B main makes it an easy crossfire at the end. Good start here for John Olsen. Finally able to find a good opportunity for that ultimate. Now Full Sense, 2 rounds. Let's see if they can string together a few more.
If they can get to 4-8, yeah, it's not so bad given how it started. Yeah, right.
Yeah, this is much better.
The 5 rounds in
okay, and once they realized that they kind of worked out that the one-person hold over towards A is strong, PRX call to just insta push towards A. And we have a much better setup over towards A. We actually have the trips coming as well, so Full Sense honestly expected this.
Trying to go for the anti-flash, but he can't hide in time. No backup there for the trades. And PRX, they just once again get the pinch. Even protecting Wingman on the spike plant.
It's like...
Yeah, I mean, they tried to flood heavy. Every single time they just didn't use choke points.
Okay, the Jing entry doesn't work. We're still going to walk.
They just won around. I mean, money's good. We don't even talk about money. Money is good.
It's so well coordinated already. It's really impressive. Okay, nice shot.
My goodness.
Nice shot, Sushi Boys. What else you got?
He's got the hero theft. He can get the location of both members of PRX, but will they give him an opportunity to get the shot? Oh, that's some good play from PRX.
Yeah, they played this well.
And then swing out together to throw him off.
Hasn't seen sunlight in ages. We talk about me or Mini, because honestly, I think Mini sees more sunlight than me. Mini seems to be going out recently. I don't know what that's about.
John Olsen, like you were talking about, Will, but PRX is just, everybody like knows their job and knows what angle they should be watching, and they're like crosshair placement as usual, very good. Just start shutting Full Sense out so fast.
These are the types of factors we talk about.
Unemployment. Unemployed. Honestly, that's probably the best answer you could add. This overwhelm over towards A really is strong, though. You gotta give it that. Like, that hit that we just saw there with the KO flash towards side, you have the Dizzy flash that goes straight up, the double satchel, like, it's such a strong hit.
Around the one-way, should be able to find that Sky. Cannot get the kill. Allows for a little bit of extra time for Full Sense to crowd in, but Jing, he's holding strong.
Yeah, the overwhelm of this comp is really nice. You love to see on PRX like agents on PRX that can throw instant util like far on the map is so good with PRX, because Alex or whoever on the team, we don't know for sure, is like really good at coming up with fast strats. So when you have agents like a Viper, a
can react
Gecko,
well.
a
Either way,
KO.
We'll see here,
Like,
I hope.
there's so many agents
Oh,
that
he's
can
just
just
fast.
throw
He's
you
just
to at the
fast.
beginning
Yeah, he
and
just wanted to clear
overwhelm.
the other side 'cause he
And
knows that the thing about
yeah,
both ways.
that is so scary on this.
Gets the swivel.
And then you have someone that can kind of close distance in terms of the util as well with the raise. It's very nice.
10-2 for Paper X. A lot of work left to be done here for Full Sense.
No doubt. No doubt about it. I don't know how you come back from that. Like, that's just one of those moments where you're like, geez, these guys have this map.
Server
like,
for
so
fast
well.
strats.
So
I mean, the
well
only
thought out.
real
This
good thing
happens
for
a lot of
server on a
times,
fast strat is a recon
another
that's
thing that a lot of coaches will tell you is that
the shocks in theory on
sometimes
paper
coming
are good,
into
but
an
they're just
event,
not. The chance of
if
you actually
you're
do
the best
anything
team
with a
at the
shock
new
on its
map,
own is just
then you have a really
not
good
that
shot
good.
at winning the event because either people have
Mostly
to force
Forsaken coming up with a
ban
lot
it
of the
against you,
strats.
which leaves
That's
open
pretty cool.
another, map that's really good for you, potentially really
Their
bad for
fast
them.
strats are always really, really
Or
good.
you're just, whenever it comes to you, you're just so much better than everyone else at it. Just knock them out of the park.
It's the one thing that, so there's like a few things when you look at different regions, right? So like China, you look at that region, and I think a lot of teams could benefit from like stealing their like attack op stuff. If you look at Paper X, I think a lot of teams kind of could benefit from, obviously you have to have defaults and map control and stuff like that down, but I do think having really strong sight hits are just such a good reliant. Like the way that we used to just, because that's what we used to rely on, because I knew that like, no offense to like my old team, but the IGLing mid-rounding was never going to be good just because the players we had, none of them had IGL experience. So we would always just have like basic cooling things where it'd just be like, we had a fast strat, so like if they had, like you can go back and you can watch our demos, like if we're playing against an op and we know they have an op, we'll just run a fast strat because it's just, we know that we're either going to overwhelm it or it's really bad for a retake. Like we would just have stuff like this, and if your fast strat is good, like it's kind of game over sometimes. And then you can actually default when they don't have the op. You don't have to worry about all these angles and doing it perfectly. And then I was lucky enough to have super good aimers, so that kind of bailed us out of a lot of stuff as well.
Sushi Boys deep into elbow. They want to try to work off of that, see if there's any extra movement.
Yeah, it's fast strats are nice. I feel like a lot of teams could benefit from maybe being a bit more reliant on fast strats. But you do have to have the basic fundamental stuff down in terms of defaults. Because if you can't hold a default, you're going to lose to people that just go aggro. Paper X win this? Yeah, if Paper X win this, Full Sense are gonna buy anyway. Like, no matter what happens here, Full Sense are buying into the next round, so... the pistol is big, but not that big. Because they bought last game without getting the plant down.
Smoke will come out as well. Now, no PTC in B.
Dude, look at this lurk over towards B. The timing on this is perfect. There was one ping here, so maybe they have an idea, but no one's even turning around, so yeah, they don't. Viper could... No, Mindfreak was watching middle from the corner and heard him. He just ran too fast. Dude, why would you run so fast here? That was such a mistake. The whole of your team is alive.
Something going for another pickoff as well. Sushi Boys only one kill, and it's all down to John Olsen. He gets two,
yeah, and we get the swing with it as well. Well, this could be fast. They at least got the plants, so their force buy can be a little bit better.
The ideas are so good, but they panic just a little bit. PTC just starts making those footsteps.
I haven't spoken to Alex, no.
Swivels around at him, and it just ends up all crumbling from there. Could have been so good for Full Sense.
Yeah, it's a shame. It's a shame. I mean, I almost feel bad that I mentioned it. I always feel bad that I mentioned he might be out of time. That's the first thing I was looking at. I was like, that could go bad for Paper X, and then I was like, oh no. Yeah, I mean, PTC felt the pressure, wanted to try to catch up.
Yeah, I wanted to try and, I mean, I wanted to talk to Alex anyway, because I know me and Minnie wanted to do, like a, oh my god, like a podcast, based more on like Pacific stuff, which we honestly might still do, but we kind of need games to be happening at the same time.
In the hands of Paper X, 3 Bulldogs and a Guardian for Forsaken, Monyet with the Stinger, so this close range weaponry going to be tricky to...
But I think it's going to be more of a season thing. Yeah, we want to do like more of a nerdy podcast where we actually like bring rounds to talk about. I think that's a good plan that me and Minnie are doing.
So yeah,
we'll see. That's the plan. Well, like we can talk about a game, but then actually be like this round and this round is what I mean. Okay, Gecko's just gonna play retake. Oh boy.
Does he go for the spike plan? Oh, he's gonna get one kill. That gives him the confidence to peek out.
Dude, the KO flashes. Why are they always incredible?
Stranded in the middle of the site. Sushi Boys will have to reclaim that position. Forsaken going for the flank, but Leviathan swings out with a stinger. Now a 2v3, but PGC is so low, so Sushi Boys comes in to save the day.
Oh, you got an extra one.
Kill. Inverse Ching, the camera doesn't go down in time. Ching has to let go. And Sushi Boys, he tries to bait him.
Damn, 21 HP.
So
they can't even get this one. Yeah, Jing's is too good. Oh man, Forsaken's flashes, by the way. Forsaken on KO is just pretty fun to watch.
Timing there from something completely full sense. Gets those 2 kills, delays it just long enough.
Ever thought what Team Liquid would like with me still coaching? Nah, never look back at that stuff, bro. It's pointless. It's a waste of time.
I mean, they're just so good, man. I mean, PRX is just so talented. It's just so difficult.
Cheeky knee. Yeah, it's not bad.
They had already also done so much damage, right? Sushi Boys did what
Galv's coming in with a posture check as well, respect.
Yep. But it's just not enough. Brings him up to 10 kills.
Speaking of the flashes,
all of them way behind.
Insta flash with the Omen TP close. Damn, look at it.
They herd them into the middle of the map, and ladies and gentlemen,
it's
I think
nice, bro. They got some nice stuff.
A full sense at the AVL, Mind Freak. Screen goes back up and trade for the cloud. Allows him to keep his eyes trained on market. Oh, tries to swing out off.
It's just it's just the same thing that we do on Ascent, just over towards here on A.
Showstopper online as well. Okay, a bit of a blind
okay.
Forward, just a Hail Mary on this bonus from PRX.
Surely not. Surely there's no way something can get this done. John Olsen.
I mean, he has a wingman
yeah,
that could technically, I'm pretty sure wingman could technically check both of these corners, but it would just hit the raise and then not bounce off. Oh god! Oh my goodness. That is... should be impossible. That should be impossible.
Boy, oh boy, they've definitely been training on this map. That is ridiculous.
10 chances down to 9 chances. And if they're doing stuff like that, this number is not getting low.
Mechanics are good enough to spin on a dime that quickly.
Yeah, that was ridiculous to watch.
Right. Transfer it over. Exactly. A very impressive showing mechanically here for something. Whoa, yeah, really good control on that spray. But at the end of the day, take away a couple weapons now. It should be noted that PRX did buy up to extra rifles there, so because they lost all of it
even this is just nice, right? The smoke over towards A, the Dizzy straight up in the air clears all of A to see if anyone disrespected the smoke. If you either have to get hit by this, or you have to jump back, so you get information no matter what. So it's like, it's so strong, and then you can set up the Omen here, which I don't like, straight up, but it is an eco, so we'll let them off. But I really hate these teams that are setting up the Omen over towards A, it doesn't make sense. Nice shot.
Trying to get these early picks, but Forsaken is going to go for the trade. Spots John Olsen, and John Olsen not ready for the double as Jing swings out from behind. Continue to see one-to-one trades with the paint show coming into tiles. Jing wants to chase through. Only 45 health. Bit of a greedy deal as Fox gets
I like the idea. It was an eco. You got to take a bit of a risk. I like the idea. I thought it was actually pretty good. Nade might be able to cover the double satchel, but I think they saw him from top mid, which is why they're so ready for it. But in terms of sound cues, you might not hear that for sure, especially on LAN. You just think it's a nade. So if they didn't actually spot him from top mid here, I don't know, it's kind of nice.
No command is there. So there are a lot of powerful options for PRX to send you
Liquid, yeah, Liquid play tomorrow, the early game though. Well, the first game is early for me.
No command online, the Thrash still there, the Showstopper still online as well. And here we go,
oh boy.
Using it just to clear out tiles. Even sees where the sky guiding light is coming
okay,
from.
the interesting thing is, damn, he still gets that.
But look at that, Jing follows all
that's ridiculous.
The sky.
Dude, the observer literally went off him because the observer was like, well, there's no way he can get a kill here.
As something gets taken out from that trap wire.
I know exactly where you
Roll
are.
theft to get a good idea. They see it's a stack here from PRX, and John Olsen peeks off of it and gets 2. All right, still committing to the rotate though, just because Sushi Boys already had.
Yeah, PRX are maybe rushing this. I wonder if Alex is going to call a timeout and just end it soon.
They've reacted as soon as that neural theft came out.
Yeah, I mean, they thought
I would like to just see them set up Jing over towards A, because they've been playing heavy over towards A. I think they just set the raise up and then they can play heavier elsewhere.
Instead, John Olsen, a sneaky position, makes him pay.
If we even need it.
Swing out from close to the wall around the smoke. We'll pick up that
In terms of after plant positions over towards A, like there's so many good ones. So it is it's a very hard retake in my eyes. Especially if you don't have that Viper wall over there, I think it's really hard.
Just, full sense here, able to kind of catch PRX sort of overconfident.
10 down to 7. I mean, it's getting there.
I can't believe he finds that angle, but
yeah, I can't believe he gets that kill.
Because it felt like to me PRX was just like, okay, fine, we're all 4 here now. Now we're either just gonna chase you or just scooch across the middle of the map to get over to the other side. But instead, it's a great heads-up play by John.
Stingers? Is this the round that they win with the Stingers?
Can they continue this
Knife
run?
goes close over towards A. Dude, they have so much to get A info.
They do still have the rifles, right? And PRX, their economy once again having to go for these Stingers. Only the 1 rifle on Jing, and that gets taken down immediately by PTC. Weaker weapons for
PRX gonna have a lot of ults online soon.
And that signifies it's a call for the Seekers. And they see all of them going the other way except for one that's kept Mind Freak just stuck here. There's the paranoia. He can't find his target. The showstopper coming through. Fox deep on the lurk as well. Ready for more members. Even has backup in the form of PTC and
yeah,
John
we'll wait
Olsen.
for the
We'll
wait for the full buy. Nice
Going
shots into
forward,
this
and
though
he'll
from
have it
everyone.
ready if he can find the last kill.
Yeah, really
And
nice shots
so
on this
he
one.
does. Viper's Pit online. That's full sense catches up to 6.
Okay. I mean, they're making the most of this. Every opportunity that they're given by PRX is being taken advantage of. And yeah, certainly going to want to take a timeout, try to regroup here. I think maybe just try to find ways to work together like you do on that attacker side. I don't know, maybe play the map like you are on the attacker side again. Just kind of send it at them and see what happens. Yeah.
Yep, throw a paranoia and everything, right? I mean,
Timeout.
Sometimes that helps.
I mean, the way that I would be approaching this timeout is kind of similar to what they're doing, but you set the raise up to hold over towards A. But there is multiple things. They could either push over towards B main, get early B main control. They could fight late for middle. They could fight middle early. Like there's so much that could work. The easiest version of this is just their normal one-way smoke over towards A. Gecko flashes up, and they just have the raise just hold all of A because there's no pressure over towards A. So one person holding it should be easy. Do I prefer the Viper or the Siphon as PRX comp? Viper's pretty good to just. Viper's pretty good with it, to be honest. I think you're right though, you can definitely use both. So maybe a similar plan, but they're just going to use the knife close towards A to set the raise up. Or maybe we're Omen flashing this. Let's see. I imagine it's smoke, then knife, then we just set the raise up over towards A, and then we can play heavier over towards everywhere else. Feels like it's this was the easiest call. Knife goes deep, smoke goes in, raise now holding over towards A with 1, but oh, they're getting an orb on this. Okay, Jing gets the orb, and they leave the Omen here. I like it a little bit less, not gonna lie, but sure. At least they hold A with 1 person.
Hopefully they learn their lesson.
PTC goes for the quick swing out and then doubles back. Doesn't want to overdeal here for extra damage. They hear that operator coming out from Fox.
The attack up, I didn't even notice this. Attack up on the sky.
Spike still near the spawn. Sushi Boy starting his work near A. Something gets 1 kill on John Olsen.
Pretty nasty stuff there from Something. Finally able to come over and set up a bit of a crossfire. Now you're going for the thrash already. Oh, no. That's just a bait for Jing, baby.
Oh man, absolutely.
They like catch the ult on the way back, so they can't have another use of it. Now it's kind of isolated down towards bottom middle. They left over towards A. Massive duel. Yeah, I was gonna say you really don't want to take that one again. In terms of the retake, they got Mosh Pit, Dizzy.
You have a few tools to clear out this Viper's Pit. Let's see if they can get it done. Paranoia doesn't really hit anything, just crosses across the front of the site. 3 players for full sense, basically planted inside of this.
Yeah, just able to go around the same fight himself. We'll kind of wait for his teammates to join up. You can see Mindfreak well aware of that potential flank around.
That was so nice. Wingman goes in. They wait for the slap and then they swing.
They've lost control of the site. The Leviathan, the last one alongside
yeah, that'll do it. Much better. Much better from them. This is nice. Yeah, Dizzy on the retake over towards here is good. I'm sorry, Gecko on the retake here was good.
Well, you got a little bit.
Alright, so we have them in the next game. In theory, something is not playing.
Once they took a timeout and kind of rethought things,
but I'm not sure. If we're doing the whole thing where everyone's taking a turn, that should be what happening. But I don't know.
But clearly, this map in general is something they are looking very scary on.
Something that the other teams will have to keep in mind as we.
So yeah, we'll see how much break they have to play for the next game. They're gonna wait anyway for DRX to set up.
Looking forward to 2024.